Question: can the word God be used instead of Allah? Answer: before our ancestors became Muslims, they believed in a creative being called God or in different gods. This means ma'bud, an object of worship. In other words, it is the equivalent of the Arabic word ilah, the French Dieu, and the Persian Huda. However, God is never the equivalent of Allah, which encompasses all of Allah's names and attributes. When Allah is mentioned, a supreme and most exalted being, manifested through his names throughout the entire universe, comes to mind. That is the meaning of Allah. He is the absolute object of worship, the absolute goal, the absolute creator, the absolute provider, the absolute originator, the absolute beauty, and so on. A comprehensive and universal meaning that encompasses the Asma al-Husna, the most beautiful names, is understood in the word Allah. And it is Allah's exclusive and proper name. When Allah is mentioned, the absolute object of worship is understood, Allah immediately comes to mind. But when God is mentioned, if a Greek hears it, Zeus comes to mind, Aphrodite comes to mind. If an Egyptian hears it, a calf or a cow comes to mind. If one thinks of India, the cow comes to mind. Thus, one term is used in the sense of the absolute object of worship. As for the Lafz-i Jalal, the divine name, Allah, since it is the exclusive name of the Wajib al-Wujud, the necessarily existent, it directly becomes the name of Allah. Therefore, if a person says God, he does not leave the religion or go astray. However, if he uses the word God in place of Allah, he fails to convey the intended meaning and makes a mistake. The word God can be used in the place of ilah, Huda can be used, Dieu can be used, God can be used, but none of these can be used in place of Allah. Because Allah is the exclusive name of Allah's essence, Zat, that is why we say, La ilaha illa Allah. Notice, we say, La ilaha, we do not say, La ilaha illa Allah. We negate all gods, ilahs, and then, in affirmation, we bring the absolute object of worship. We say, only Allah exists. Therefore, when the word God comes from someone's mouth, one should not react immediately. One should look at that person's intention. If it is used in place of Allah, it should be gently corrected. But if it is used in the sense of gods, such as their gods, or the gods of so-and-so, one should not react, because Allah is not being intended. In short, when God is said, the absolute object of worship is not necessarily understood. However, it can be one of the names referring to the absolute object of worship, just like the word ilah.